Shakira said that Kadian betrayed her. I hope Shakira knows that a stranger can't betray you. She does not have a relationship with Kadian.
Maybe she forgot that small tidbit of insight.
You need to separate yourself from that trauma.
Welcome to Cliff Alerts. Today we're going to be talking about OWN Network's reality-based TV series Ready to Love Season 6, Episode number 6.
Please like, share, and subscribe. Please hit that notification button so you know when we upload new content. And please send us your comments.
Yeah, this week, Nephew Tommy meets at the beginning of the episode with the fellas.
Yes.
And he says, okay, this is what I want you guys to do this week. I want you guys to take the ladies out on a romantic date. Try to strengthen those connections, those bonds. Try to let them know how vulnerable you can be and delve into that with the ladies.
Yeah.
To strengthen those connections.
Right.
That's the assignment for this week.
And I don't know about you, but I didn't see any romantic dates. Except for one, maybe.
Maybe one or two, but hard pressed as a viewer to see it. That's just me.
Anyway, we start off with LJ and Charisse.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, they go salsa dancing, and LJ clearly has some moves with my Caribbean brother, but
he can cut us off you a little bit, cut a rug a little bit.
Charisse got 2 left feet.
Yeah, man. How you dance with 2 left feet?
You don't. Finally came to an end, and I'm sure he was grateful. Then he was holding her hand and trying to have a conversation with her. She didn't respond in a way like she wanted to have a conversation
right?
with him.
Non-conversational responses.
Right. But then she said, "What? That he's not the kind of guy she dates."
Yeah, but she said that this was going to be a quote-unquote cute date with him, which means that she's above his level. So she's gonna come down to his level, and it's gonna be a cute time.
Oh my God! Now we go on to Randall and Jamila. They go candle making at some spot, and Jamila is coming on strong.
Yeah, she's checking for that brother's shorts, ain't she?
I had to ask you, what is a pimp that
hoochie?
A hoochie.
What she say?
A hoochie daddy shorts.
Yeah, hoochie daddy shorts.
And she said he was showing his stuff.
Well, that's how I interpret it. Means that she liked the fact that the shorts that he was wearing revealing his junk.
But that wasn't the case, unless I was missing something.
I don't know. Well, I wasn't checking for that. So when she said that, I'm like, huh?
That's kind of.
Yeah, it's a little out there, ain't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Anywho, I thought Jamala was a little bit dehydrated. She keeps pressing in. At one point, when Randall kisses her, she said the kiss was everything. It solidified their relationship and where it's going. What?
Yeah.
What?
Right.
And that seals the deal?
He's got connections with other women.
Yeah, and she hasn't been in the same room with Trinica when she shows up.
And how he responds to her.
And how he responds to Shanika and her thunder. She got to deal with Miss Trinica and what she is bringing to the situation. So I wouldn't think the 2 kisses suddenly solidifies your relationship with Randall. I would sort of hold a little bit, and I just think she needs to come off the brother a little bit, because they made up something called olive juice, and it says I love you.
Yeah.
Whatever that was, olive juice.
Something like that. And if you, well, I guess halfway, halfway trying to verbalize it or whatever,
you.
Right? Something like that. Yeah. I didn't catch that one either. But let me on a serious note though, let me say this. One of the things that they said during the conversation, when I'm saying between the 2 of them, that Randall revealed was that one of the things that he liked about Jamala, was that she kind of reminded him in some really good and some really quirky ways of his own mother.
Right.
Yeah.
And she took that to mean she's going home to meet Mama.
Right. So she kind of took that ball and ran with it, boy.
Oh my God. Slow down, my sister.
That's kind of like a false start, wasn't it?
Slow down.
Out the blocks, wasn't it?
Oh my God.
Now here's the thing, though. My understanding is that they're connecting off cam as well, right?
Yeah.
So I get it that she's kind of excited that they seem to be moving in the direction that she wants to go, and he's liking it, he's feeling it, you know. But at the same time, it's still early in the process, isn't it?
Not only is it early in the process, we have seen this for 6 seasons, and stuff could switch up on you, and particularly a man who is clearly open and is not really firm about his selection. He has two other women waiting in the wings. I wouldn't be so hard pressed yet to say this guy is mine. I would continue to date, continue to enjoy myself, and continue to love the experience of being on this show.
And kind of stake out their territory right from the beginning. Yeah.
A man gotta hunt, and if you don't leave room for a man to hunt, then I mean, what are you getting exactly? A workout session, and at the workout session we see Looney, King Justice, Swayze,
who invited everybody,
and Sharika.
Shakira, Fred.
Shakira. And I gotta tell you, this workout, this guy was serious about his.
Man.
They were on that trampoline, and he was
working out in the park, right?
Oh my God, he was going for it.
Man, I was waiting for somebody to bust their ass. I was waiting for somebody. And I think Justice was probably waiting for that to happen too, because Justice was like, no. I'm gonna be the first one to see it happen.
He was doing a simulated version of the workout
on the ground.
On the ground.
On the ground, not on the trampoline, on the ground.
Once the workout was over, Swayze got with Shakira.
Yes.
And she was talking about how the experience of being on Ready to Love is a lot, how people are competitive. At the white party, she went through it. And meanwhile, Swayze is listening to her, and he said in his confessional that maybe this whole experience is too much for him. That's what he got from her complaining.
Yeah, that she is not in a place where she can handle this right now.
Right. She doesn't even see him. She's talking about what happened last week or 4 weeks ago or whatever time
frame it was, and how it still is current in her mind. One thing that a guy wants to have to be confronted with when trying to get to know somebody.
No. You don't want to hear that.
Guys don't want to hear it.
If you hear it over and over again, it's sort of a turn off. You're pushing that dude away. Then we see King Justice and Looney talking on the bench. King Justice and Looney were flirting with each other.
Yeah, he didn't have his crown on either.
No, he didn't. He took it off for a second.
Right. I guess that's what being up for possible elimination will do for you. Yeah.
And they seemed like they were having a good time, and you could clearly see a connection between them.
They had good conversation.
Yeah, they did. They did, and I liked that playful nature they had between each other.
Yeah, a little bit of sarcasm there, but they were on the same page with it. They were doing it back and forth, and that kind of worked well for them.
Right.
Yep, absolutely.
So then we see Samson on his date with Brandy. And we know after the fact, but Samson brought a gift for Brandy.
Yeah, a little gift bag or something. I think it's a nice little touch.
Book for her to keep a memory of the travels they will probably go on if they make a connection.
Right.
And he took her to, it looked like a wine bar, and they were drinking wine, and he was telling her about what it will taste on her palate. And Brandy didn't seem too impressed. In my mind, it seemed like she wasn't that into it.
It seemed like to me that was kind of like a sophisticated date, maybe a date that was, a little bit, I don't want to say above her, but I want to say not her style, because she's not necessarily on the same level Well, I'll just say it this way: they're not on the same level.
Right, and Brandy revealed to us that she has never been in love, that she has never really truly been in a relationship.
Yeah, because that was what Samson asked her one of the first things.
Right. And she said she's been with people who were not real about it. It was just a fake thing going on. And she has never had anyone who was truly into her to find out what she likes and whatever. And she said, "Oh, I can go halfway with you." Then she said, "I could go more than halfway." And I'm just thinking again.
You're cringing at
Yes,
that point.
I am.
You weren't thinking. You were cringing.
She doesn't have to do and say all that. A man gotta hunt. If he wants you, he is gonna track your ass down. After so many times being disappointed, she could just sit back in the cut with all that she is, all her sexy, all her joy, and let a man pursue her.
I would think that there would be a lot more of that type of approach taken in terms of her single dating life.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like she's at that point. Even though she's, admitted that she's had these issues in the past before.
I wouldn't be
I don't
telling.
understand.
I wouldn't be telling any man, not even you. My God, I wouldn't be telling any man that I'm gonna come
More than
halfway.
Yeah, because she said she
and
she
particularly
qualified
not this time.
She qualified that. She said that I'm willing to come more than halfway as long as it's being reciprocated.
Right.
And I'm like, even if it's being reciprocated, why do you feel like you need to do that?
I just wish these women would give a man who wants them a chance to treat them like they're queens. And that has always been the problem. The women are picking up men who don't understand who they are, their value, and they know how to be treated like a queen. And that's really sad. And what stops all that mess is to pull back and let the brother pursue you.
Well, you just to me put your finger on something. You said that the women are attracting men who don't understand who they are.
Yeah.
Maybe
because they don't know who they are.
That's exactly where I was going with it. It might be because the women don't know who they are.
Right.
Yes, indeed.
Well,
you got a witness.
Every day say, "I am beautiful and I deserve." So nobody out there could tell you anything less than what you tell yourself.
Yeah. It's just something that I think would serve women well if they incorporated that in their approach to men.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And while we're seeing that, they also kind of did a split screen, rather, or not. They did a split date thing. They also had Mike inviting Kayla to the pool.
Now, I'm confused about Mike and Kayla simply because in the initial part of the dating experience, Mike said that Kayla was too young for him. So now Mike is interested in Kayla, or at the very least, he's going out on a date with her.
Right.
And Kayla comes across as very territorial. If she mocks you, she now gonna do a headlock.
Marking.
She gonna do a headlock on you.
And say, "Come on, let's go."
She all about that life. She's serious
she
with it.
She's serious with it. She ain't playing no game.
Not even.
All right.
So they're flirting with each other. They're playing pool, and they came up with a game that who wins gets a kiss.
Right.
Of course, Mike loses, and he tells us something very strange. He said he doesn't want to put his lips on her where two men have already been. Does Mike think those two brothers are the only ones who kiss Kayla?
I have
does
no
that sound strange?
earthly clue why
What
he
was
would
that?
even begin to think about that, and even let alone verbalize it.
What the hell was that? I'm still trying to figure that out.
I don't want. Now, when you do, let me know, because I ain't trying to figure that foolishness out. I ain't trying to. What does that add to, the dialogue? Besides, I mean, it reveals some I guess, weird kind of thought patterns.
That would be a red flag for me
Hell
immediately.
yeah, hell yeah.
Immediately.
Right.
So
you talking about trying to scare somebody else? Say something like that.
Oh my God. We see Samson, Kadian, Swayze, Mike, Tranika, Sharice. And they are going roller skating. Reminds me of back in the day when they had those four wheelers and you go rolling around.
Rock, skate, roll, bounce.
Yeah.
I remember that song.
Yeah. I used to love that.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
Wednesday night.
It was Wednesday night?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was.
At the roller skating rink.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It was something to behold.
Yeah.
Anyway, until someone crashes into you.
And bust your ass where your tailbone hurts.
Oh! Seemed like they were having a lot of fun.
Yeah, they were paired off a little bit.
Yeah.
And then.
And Samson got distracted from Sharice, that ass, basically.
And he busted his own, losing a little bit of focus on the big-assed woman in front of him.
Did you say big-assed woman?
Yes, correct.
Oh my God, where did you get that from?
I'm just saying.
I guess the brothers
talk.
The big-assed woman.
Yes. There are a lot of people that have, membership in there.
I'm so grateful I'm a woman. The big-assed woman. Good God Almighty. Lord.
Brothers like that, though.
Oh, I'm so grateful.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, Samson got with Sharice.
Yes.
And they were talking to each other, and he was reminiscing about his father, and Sharice was telling him that his mom raised a good man,
mm-hmm.
and that, they were into each other and all that other stuff. But I just think Sharice is not genuine. I have that suspicion. I can be wrong about the sister, but I just don't think she's genuine. I just think she's playing games.
In that moment of vulnerability that Samson chose to kind of share with Sharice, it just didn't seem like there was like you said, the genuine response based on what he was conveying about his father and losing his father and all that. From her that made it seem like, okay, she's really listening to what I'm saying.
I felt her response was dry. Mm-hmm. It didn't have anything like any bonding gel with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that she's just playing a game. And Katie and they're flirting with each other. Katie comes across like she's an attorney and you're in court and she just firing off those questions.
She was definitely.
She was like, whoa.
I don't know about you, but I kind of felt like, damn, this brother's getting interviewed.
And he's interrogated her.
Interrogated, interviewed, something where he's got question after question after question after question.
But you know what was funny? You know how you call me Fred when I butcher people's names.
Yeah.
He said, one thing I like about you, you're always eating and you talk too much.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny. He got a peg though.
And
he got pegged. Yeah.
She loved it, you know what I mean?
And that's why she laughed, because she like, he got me, y'all.
I thought that was hysterical.
He got me. He got me.
It's nice when people know who they are.
Yeah, and who they do it, and who they're dealing with too.
Right. So now we have the group meeting, and everyone is there. They all dressed up in their summer
outfits. Everybody clean.
Everyone looked nice. Mm. Tommy said he wanted to clear the air of any foolishness among the couples so they can speak their mind and speak their truth.
It was a get real session.
Yes. So he asked who would start it off. Jamila started
in on
Rara because she wanted him to claim her, and he wasn't doing that. He still had some outside people, and she wanted him to shut that down and just, claim her. But that, of course, wasn't happening.
Yeah, and then it was weird because, was it Shakira talked to Jamala?
Yeah,
about
Jamala asked her if she basically if she
Katie.
had any beef with her, and she said no.
Right.
That she came to this process.
Right.
And
And she referenced the Cadian issue, right?
Yeah, she said she told someone some of the truths and she felt betrayed. And I mean, you can't be betrayed by a stranger. A stranger and you don't have a relationship. And Kadian, for all intents and purposes, it's not her friend, it's a stranger. So if you reveal your trauma because you like to carry that bag around with you, and I've seen her reveal the trauma to Randall and Samson in their dates. So did she forget that she was revealing all these things to the men? Or was she just upset that Kadian was telling her story to Mike? She has been emotionally upset about that whole situation. And I'm thinking like, this girl needs help.
And then at one point, she actually got up and left when she got into a back and forth exchange with Kadian, because Kadian realizes, oh, you're talking about me, and then she kind of went in on her.
Right, right, and she got up and left, and she said she doesn't want to be there because Kadian is lying, and I have no idea what she's talking about.
When was Kadian lying about
There
her?
was no lie, so.
I missed it if she was.
I'm just confused because this girl seems to be marketing and relying heavily on her trauma and who tells it. If she really wants that sort of experience, she can write a book, have a podcast, get a YouTube channel, and people will come and hear her talk about her situation.
But not wear it over her shoulder while she's on a dating show.
Not if you're trying to get a man.
Right, where she's trying to find somebody,
No.
a significant other, I guess, and try to develop a relationship based on that connection that she makes on the show. Because it's not, those two things are not compatible, as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
They're just not.
At one point, Brandy told Samson she wasn't feeling his gift. That was crazy. Why would you not like a gift, regardless if you're going to use it or not?
Well, I don't know, but maybe she doesn't sound like she's accustomed to getting them.
Ooh, good God Almighty!
So she don't know how to act and or react to something like that when it happens.
Isn't that sad?
If that is indeed, if there's any truth to that, yeah, I'm just speculating, but I'm just saying. Yeah.
Anywho. The men gather up for the elimination process.
Tommy choose a fat
and Tommy asked them like who they were feeling and who they were not feeling.
Right.
And LJ was not feeling Jamela, Swayze, Tranika, Justice, Kayla. Mike wasn't feeling Sharice, Randall, Sharice, Samson. He actually liked Sharice and got in his feelings that all the men were talking about her.
Yeah, he swelled up all his chest.
Yeah, he did. And then he remembered that he had the same problem with Sharice.
Right at the beginning, that was funny.
That she was cold to him, and he said like, maybe that's what she did with the other dude. Why they're not feeling her.
Yeah, like the light bulb went off in his head.
Absolutely. Self-awareness is everything. Mike wasn't feeling Shakira. Swayze wasn't feeling Shakira. Next time you read this list.
Okay. All right.
And
I can do that for you.
Appreciate you. And at the end of it, Shakira went home.
Right. LJ let her down, but who also was up for possible elimination was Miss Sharice again.
How many times has she been on the bottom?
I ain't counting, but is it 3?
So crazy.
I'm just saying.
That is so insane. Wow.
I could be wrong.
You gonna do it like that?
I ain't trying to do it regularly like that, but I told you I wasn't counting, but I thought it was 3.
Anywho.
If a brother is really interested in a young lady or a woman, then he's going to show her in definitive terms, unmistakable terms, where he is and if he's feeling it, for whatever reasons. Okay, right. Be they legitimate not legitimate, or somewhere in
And
between.
is he going to be consistent?
Yeah, at the beginning.
And
And those who are serious and those who are not playing games will do so over time. And you know what? That's how you tell. That's how you tell.
right. And you can't rush the experience either.
Over time.
You can't set a time clock to it.
Right.
You just gotta let a brother be who he need to be.
Yeah, and
I'm not saying it's gonna take 10 years because it don't. A man usually knows if he wants to be with a sister in less than 6 months. So, and you told me that.
Yeah, absolutely.
He knows. So, it's just a matter of finding the queen and the king in every one of us and honoring that person first, and then that king or queen is going to find you.
I agree.
All right. Have a good one. Blessings always. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye bye.